Yo, what's up, guys? Hopefully you are having a good day. Happy March Madness. Let's find some plays, man. So this play I already locked in. Fliff actually, they just moved it from minus 115 to minus 120, but there's some value on Fliff. So maybe we start out on Fliff. Let's take a look at Fliff. Bruce Brown, I'm a little annoyed actually at this play, because I was trying to bet it earlier at minus 115. They bumped it to minus 120. I held off, but hey, I still really like it. Bruce Brown under 5.5 assists. So let's lock in a Fliff play. And then let's kind of, again, I'm on the Gordon play already. I gave that out on Twitter. But what book do people want to look at? So you can see here, like Fliff, they have no juice in their market. They have a shit ton of juice in their market, minus 125, minus 125, but they have horrible pricing. I mean, they don't have the over or the under favored. They have the same odds on both. You look at all these other sports books, they have the under as a huge fucking favorite. FanDuel minus 148. Whoa, shit, that's an ant. I fucking hate ants. Get off my computer. But what was I going to say is, all the other books, even if you only use Fliff, their data points telling you, hey, Bruce Brown's a lot more likely to go under. And a lot of people think these sports books are stupid, but you can see they're constantly kind of ticking around their odds based on where sharp action's coming in. If all the sharp bettors, their profitable customers, are betting the under, they'll move odds towards the under. Oh my, Alex Monahan, where do I even start? So anyways, we got in a couple Fliff plays. Again, sorry about the Gordon play if you didn't tail it when I gave it out on Twitter, but now it's down to minus 120, but it still looks like a good play. Anyways, what book should we look at? Should we do a PrizePicks slip? PrizePicks, Underdog, Better, FanDuel. So we can look at a bunch of these books, man. We can look at a bunch of these books. Happy March Madness. So let's see what we have here. Shit, man. Grady Dick over 2.5 assists. Whatever. Let's skip it over for now. And let's see what we can find on kind of all these other sports books. Dude, there's so many books. And again, like Sleeper has some promos for today. I gave them out on Twitter. But if you didn't see them, they have discounts on Golke as well as, what's his name? DJ Burns. So here's what I went with on Sleeper for the promo plays. But anyways, let's see what we have. So let's get rid of FanDuel for a second. Maybe let's try to build a PrizePicks slip. There's some good value on Underdog too. So should we ride the Dick? Should we take Grady Dick under 14.5 points? I mean, let's see what we got here. So let's build an Underdog slip, and hopefully we're able to get it in before they move lines, because sometimes Underdog, they bump things pretty quickly. So there's a fair amount of plays showing up for Clemson, Baylor. So let's kind of see what we have here. And first play we have is PJ Hall over 5.5 rebounds. So, I mean, March is a great time of year to ride these college kids. And then we can also look at Bridges. How do we feel about these two plays? I mean, Bridges over is, what is Clemson on the money line? I mean, if the game's a blowout, like these rebounds, taking one guy to go over, a player on the opposing team to go under, I don't know. It's a little questionable, because if the game's a blowout, maybe they'll both be on the bench for the last couple of minutes, more likely to go under. Anyways, we'll just take the PJ Hall play. And then this Aaron Gordon play, I already played it on Fliff, but Aaron Gordon is absolutely the type of guy that you can ride twice. So we have Aaron Gordon, and then would we rather take KD? KD over 30.5 points plus rebounds? Yeah, let's ride Kevin Durant. Why not? So we can take Kevin Durant over 30.5 points plus rebounds, and then let's also ride the Dick, bro. Let's take Grady Dick under 14.5 points. If you can't play college basketball player props, you can just, skip it over. But these 4-pick entries, you want to play them with insurance. When you kind of go through the math behind insurance or no insurance for 4-pick entries, insurance is a little bit better. But again, the way that Underdog works is you take PJ Hall to go over or under. I'm going to lock it in. Lock it in quick if you want to tail, because Underdog, they bump things quickly. But, I follow a very data-driven approach. You look at all these sports books like FanDuel, they all have PJ Hall super heavily favored his over's heavily juiced. So his over's, the much more likely outcome. So that's the play we want to be on. So hopefully they didn't bump anything yet. And we're able to get it in. So if you want to lock it in, hopefully you got it in. Because sometimes they move things fast when people start betting it. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? So they completely removed everything. Okay, well, never mind. I guess we're not going to do an underdog play. That's very annoying. But, sometimes that's just how these books are. So we got in a Fliff play. If you're just tuning in, let's do a PrizePicks play. PrizePicks, at least they don't bump things as quickly as Underdog. So Sleeper has some discounts. Here's what I locked in again. And then here's the plays we have open on Fliff. But let's go ahead here, and let's see if we can build a PrizePicks slip. So do we have anything open? Nah, fuck, dude. This play looked like it was starting good, and then Esports, bro. But anyways, let's see what we have here. So Aaron Gordon, Underdog ended up bumping it really quickly, but we still have it on PrizePicks, so we can take it on PrizePicks. Aaron Gordon hasn't done much recently, but again, these last 5 graphs they're very misleading. I mean, like, if Jokic is out, I'm not sure, is everyone playing for the Nuggets? But if Murray's out, is Murray playing tonight? So it doesn't look like Jamal Murray's playing, or they don't have stats up for him yet. So maybe that's why Gordon's, over's heavily favored. I also don't see Jokic. Why isn't Jokic on PrizePicks? I don't know. But regardless, obviously, if Jokic isn't playing or if Murray isn't playing, then you're going to expect Aaron Gordon to get more rebounds, more assists. So maybe neither of them are playing. I don't know. I'd have to take a look at the lineup news, but honestly, I don't want to waste your guys' time, so we won't do that. Another player we've been riding a ton is Nikola Vucevic. So we got Vucevic. PrizePicks had his rebound line at 10.5. They bumped him up to 11. They also had his points line at 18.5 earlier. So Vuk had 6 assists last game against the Rockets. Again, these last 5 graphs are kind of fun to look at, but really the main thing you want to make your bets on is just kind of the raw market data. So all the books have Aaron Gordon, except for Fliff, have Gordon as a big favorite to go over. We know his overs, kind of the more likely outcome. I mean, you can kind of see here in the line movement charts, it's like all these sports books. Bet Online has this at fucking minus 229. So the over's a huge favorite. Minus 200, 2-1 favorite. But anyways, let's build this slip. And let's kind of see what we have. So let's get rid of esports for a second. Man, we're not trying to bet some esports right now. We're trying to bet college. And anyways, let me make sure this live stream's working. I haven't even checked yet. Anything on ParlayPlay? Yeah, we'll take a look at ParlayPlay here in a sec. So I'll look at ParlayPlay. Jokic and Murray out. Damn. So Jokic and Murray out, which is, that kind of makes sense. Aaron Gordon over 12.5. Seems like a steal deal. Also, if they're both out, should we bet on the NIT? So there are some NIT. So all the college kids who, for sure aren't making the NBA. We have Jameson Battle over 4.5 rebounds, Ohio State. It's the same strategy for college. All the books, have his over heavily favored. So it's like, okay, that's the play we want to be on. Fantasy scores, I'm going to filter them out for a second. Just because you have less data points for these fantasy score plays. So we have Chris Dunn under 10.5. Where is it? Chris Dunn under 10.5 points plus rebounds. Ooh, I do like this play. Chris Dunn under 10.5. If you can't play the college pick, Capella over 11.5 rebounds is another option. You can kind of replace it with. Do we like Trent over 1.5 steals plus blocks? So again, I kind of consider sports betting, it's like a little menu. Every single day there's thousands and thousands of lines that you can bet on PrizePicks. And kind of the first thing we want to do is just make sure our plays are good, make sure our plays have value. So how do we feel about something like this? And again, if you can't play college, well, let's just add in the Capella play. Capella over 11.5 rebounds. There's a lot of value on PrizePicks right now. So we have Capella, where is this normal rebound line? Over 11.5 rebounds. He hasn't gone over the past 2 games, but again, every game's different, kind of following the market. all these sports books, you have multiple data points. DraftKings, FanDuel, BetOnline, Caesars, like all these books have his over heavily favored. So that's a play we can go with. And, PrizePicks, they give me ass betting limits, but whatever. Let's just go ahead. Let's lock it in. Let me put the link in the chat for whoever wants to tail. And we got our first play open from this live stream. So let me put it in the chat. You look like Caitlin Clark. Thanks, bro. I guess that's a compliment. I look like Caitlin Clark. Okay, well, I've never heard that before. I usually hear, Kirk Cousins, which is a compliment. I take it as a compliment at least. But anyways, so we're fucking rolling. We're rolling. And again, all the live stream plays, they're just tracked in the sheet in the description on YouTube. So I'm just going to add them in quickly. So we have Bruce Brown under 5.5 assists, at minus 125. So that play was on Fliff. And then we got some, are there any other promos on these sports books? Sleeper had discounts. PrizePicks has a discount on Golke if you haven't already used it. But anyways, we got our PrizePicks 6 flex in. So if you can't play college, whatever, you can just play it as like a, over 12.5 RAs. We got Vuk over 2.5 assists. So I'm doubling down on Vuk. We got Jamison Battle over 4.5 rebounds. Chris Dunn under 10.5 points plus rebounds. Who's going to fuck up this slip? Anyways, what book do you guys want to look at? Chris Dunn under 10.5 points plus rebounds. I look like Caitlin Clark. What the fuck, man? Anyways, I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not. And then we got Clint Capella over 11.5 rebounds. So that's the play. Link should be in the chat. Alex, are you Asian or no? No, I'm not Asian. I'm not Asian. German and Irish. They literally bumped Gordon to 13. I'm so mad. I was about to lock it in, bro. Well, you can play it as a 5-pick flex play. Someone's saying FanDuel has a promo, so we can look at FanDuel too. I mean, dude, the easiest money, if you don't want to bet a lot of money, just taking advantage of these easy money promos. Like, I've literally never placed a bet on Sleeper that wasn't for a promo. So just all these picks on sale, like DJ Burns. And, how much am I up on Sleeper? Solely betting promos. And, just taking advantage of these easy money discounts, up $400, all on these $10 discounts. So definitely don't sleep on these promo plays because they're worthwhile for betting. But what is the FanDuel promo? Oakland and Oregon each to cover plus 8.5. So what we can do is we can very quickly go through this play. Are you fucking kidding me, Iowa State? Bro, I have money on Iowa State. It was bullshit, man. I mean, it's early in the game, but what the fuck? Anyways, let's see what we have. We have Oakland. Where was the boost? We have Oakland and Oregon each to cover plus 8.5, boosted to plus 200. What do you guys think? Oakland and Oregon. So what you can do is you can go to like their alternate lines. Do they have a plus 8.5? Anyways, maybe we'll look through it in a second. Let's see if we can get in like another PrizePicks play or FanDuel or Fliff or something. So let's get rid of Fliff for a second, PrizePicks. What else was there? So Underdog Fantasy, they bumped quite literally everything. But we can take a look at Dabble. So Dabble's another book. They have the same payouts as Underdog Fantasy. They give you a 6x payout for 3-pick entries. So let's see what we have here. And let's see how we feel about it. So this Gordon play, I mean, we're already riding him on PrizePicks. Maybe some of you guys missed it because apparently they already bumped him higher. Jokic, Murray out. So Gordon's, probably going to take more of the load in terms of handling the ball. Kind of makes sense. Over 12.5 rebounds plus assists. Kind of like that play. And then we can go to the Wizards game, and we have Kuzma and Bruce Brown under. And they already bumped Kuzma. Dude, some of these books, they bump things quickly. But let's see if the Brown play is still available. So we have Bruce Brown under 11.5 RAs. They already bumped the Kuzma play. Aaron Gordon, it's like, it's same strategy. All the books have his over heavily favored. Is there anything else on Dabble? Jason Tatum over 5 assists. Nothing really crazy on Dabble right now. Better, meh, pretty dry. So we could do another PrizePick slip. Maybe we can do another PrizePick slip. And let me look at the FanDuel boost as well. So another play we have on PrizePicks, so might as well keep cooking on PrizePicks, is we have Nurkic under 3.5 assists. Nurkic has been hot. I mean, at least he was for a bit. Putting up like 20 rebounds a game. But again, I don't really let my emotions get in the way. So you can see FanDuel has him as a minus 140 favorite to go under. So the market has his under heavily favored. Caldwell Pope to not get a block. We like KCP. KCP to not get a block. Caldwell Pope under half of a block. Well, he had 3 blocks last game. Obviously, every game's different. I don't know how many blocks he averages. But let's just see if we can build something, because it looks like there are some new plays kind of popping up. So we're already on this Jameson battle play, so screw that for now. But what we do have is we have Suggs over 2.5 rebounds, or 2.5 assists, I apologize. So Suggs over 2.5 assists. It would be nice if it were 1.5, because he's had exactly 2 assists his past few games. But, you can see here, it's like, okay, like market has him heavily favored to go over. It's not a lock, just a play with an edge. Nurkic under 2.5 assists. We have Mikic, who's kind of become the star of the Hornets. Maybe better than fucking LaMelo Ball. So he hasn't been passing the ball a lot recently, but we have Mikic over 5.5 assists. We have Jalen Green under 37.5. So let's take a look at that. And then I'll remember to look at the FanDuel boost in a sec. It'll just take a sec. I mean, some of their boosts are just fucking complicated. But anyways, what do we want to do? What do we want to look at? So let's get rid of fantasy scores for a second. Esports. But I don't want to focus on esports right now. I want March Madness plays. I want NBA plays. Although there is some esports value showing up. Again, what kind of sucks about esports is just not as many of these books post lines. So, I don't love pairing Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant over 24 points. Is Booker out? No, so Booker's playing. I don't know. I'll keep the play on Nurkic, kind of skip that over. Do we like fading Jason Tatum? Jason Tatum under 45 half PRAs. Dude, what is going on? These lines are flying around. So a lot of times when there's like, lineup news, kind of crap like that, I don't know. You just see like the market kind of goes into disarray. All these books, are trying to set their own lines and stuff like that. So what do we have here? So anyways, Kyle Kuzma under 29.5 points plus assists. I'm not sure if some news just came out in the Wizards game, but it seems like this play has solid value. So we have Kuzma under 29.5 points plus assists. Hopefully none of this stuff gets bumped. So we got, and let's skip over the KD play. So we got Nurkic under, Suggs over, Mikic over an assist. So this is a lot of fucking assist props in this live stream. Something had to just happen in the Wizards game because these lines are flying around. And then maybe we pair Tatum. Honestly, I'm a fan of this. So let me put the link in really quickly just because they're going to bump things fast. Are you fucking kidding me? Full 1.5 bump. And then hopefully they still have something. I mean, hopefully some of you were able to get it in before me because I was clearly too slow. So we have Kispert point PRAs. I don't know what's going on in this game. So we have Kispert PRAs under 23, and we can kind of talk about it in a sec. But first, let's just get it in. And we have Jonathan Isaac to get a steal. So let's just get a play in. Are you fucking kidding me? So a full 1.5 bump. Again, I'm not trying to move slowly. These books just... I mean, especially like you can get PrizePicks stale. A lot of times it's just sometimes, sometimes they just bump things quickly and it's really annoying. But college basketball lines are also coming out for tomorrow. I'll call her in a bit. But we have under 10.5 RAs for Brooks Barnesier. So anyways, let's just get this play in because too much stuff has been bumping. And let me put the link in the chat real quick. Oy, oy, oy. Poole was questionable and now he's playing, so that makes sense. So links in the chat for anyone who wants to tail. And please tell me Iowa State is fucking coming back, bro. Dude, it's going to be so beat. That's my first bet of the day. I need you, Iowa State, man. Come on, guys. How? I'm also on UNC. How? How do they have a 9-point lead? I feel like they were just down like 15. What the fuck, man? Anyways, I gave this play out on Twitter. UNC money line. College basketball is wild, man. Anyways, need fucking Iowa State to do something, though. But let's see what we have. So this is the PrizePicks play. Again, I put the link in the chat. Any UNC's plays? Fuck chat, answer Young. Tatum is playing. Yeah, so I guess the reason the Kuzma line was moving is Poole was questionable, and now he's playing. So, you know, Kuzma's line's going to come down. Kispert's line is going to come down because we know Jordan Poole is going to be chucking up those threes. So we got Nurkic under 3.5 assists, Suggs over 2.5 assists. We got Mikic over 5.5 assists, Isaac over half of a steal. And then we got our boy Brooks. Anyone tail this? Brooks, Barnes here under 10.5 RAs. So we're running slips. Absolutely running slips. So this is just a 5-pick flex play. Maybe there's some other things on Fliff. So if you're just tuning in, Tatum under 5.5 assists. I mean, if we wanted to fade Tatum again. But what was I going to say about Fliff? Here's the 2 plays we have open on Fliff. I'm not sure if there's anything else that we're super attracted to. I mean, Underdog, you know, they do have some value like Horford to make a 3. Should we even bother with an Underdog fantasy play? They just move so fucking fast, man. Kuzma over 4.5 first quarter. So let's take a look. So let's see what we have here. Let's see what we got. If we can get a play in on Underdog Fantasy before anything moves. So we got, he's been hot. We got AO over 3.5 first quarter points. So let's take a look at this play. Over 3.5 first quarter points. Checks out from a value perspective. You know, FanDuel has this, like all the books have his over heavily favored. So it's like, okay, that kind of checks out. And then we wanted to look at Keontae George under 10.5. Whoa, under 9.5 RAs. I apologize. I was about to say, I thought they bumped that a full point. And then, I mean, this feels fucking free. Grayson Allen to not have a block. So let's pull this up. I don't even see it. So maybe they already bumped. Grayson Allen to not get a block. I don't fucking see that. So they did. They bumped it, which is annoying. But anyways, we're on Vukovic assists. But maybe what we do is we fade him in rebounds, which, I mean, I don't really have a problem with. Whatever. Like, we're on his over and assists. We're on his under and rebounds. Again, 11.5 is a lot higher. It was 10.5 earlier in the day. Maybe there was a tiny bit of value on the over. PrizePicks bumped him up to 11. Underdog Fantasy bumped him up too much. Right? Like, there's a big fucking difference between 10.5 and 11.5 rebounds. So we have a 3-pick on Underdog. And they already removed it all. Okay. Well, I'm done with Underdog Fantasy. This is absolute bullshit. But what was I going to say is like 1 rebound on all these sports books. Like you can actually just look most like FanDuel. What's cool about FanDuel is they have these alternate lines. So you can see like Vukovic 10.5 to 11.5 rebounds. It goes from minus 140 to plus 104. So it's a big jump. Even just 1 rebound in terms of the odds. Because a lot of games Vukovic is going to end with exactly 10 rebounds. 11 rebounds. But what did we want to do? Man, that's bullshit. I hate how these books bump, man. So these two Fliff plays were already on. Grady Dick over 2.5 assists. Kind of whatever. Kind of feeling whatever about it. But what was I going to say is let's do this FanDuel boost real quickly. So these books, what you can do is you can just, you can kind of get a sense of, is it good, good value by just seeing the individual legs. So let's go here. Where's college basketball? So let's look at the Oregon game, for example. So we want to look at Oregon, and what is it? What was the boost, bro? Each to cover plus 8.5. So damn, they don't even have lines up to plus 8.5. But what you can do is you can just kind of pull up the game and try to find a sports book that has these alternate lines to get a sense of like what should the odds be. Obviously, I faded Creighton last game. I think I had Akron plus 14.5, and that ended up losing, but that's just how it is sometimes. So we wanted to look at, plus 8.5 for Oregon. So, sports books have this like minus 230, plus 160, whatever. So if we want to use DraftKings, they have this minus 220, plus 170. So what does that mean? Minus 220 plus 170. It's 65% to win. Minus 200 means a 2-to-1 favorite, 2/3 to win. So this calculate like minus 900 favorite, 9-to-1 favorite, 90% to win. That's what minus 900 means. So we want to look at this so we now have the Creighton game, and now what we need to look at is the Oakland game. And that gives you a sense of like, okay, what's the probability both teams cover the spread? And then once you know that, you can figure out like, okay, is the odds boost any good? So we have Oakland plus 8.5 versus NC State. Oakland plus 8.5. Honestly, I don't even think this boost is going to be good, but let's see. So we have Oakland plus 8.5, minus 145, minus 160, minus 150, plus 115. So sure, whatever. Let's just use Bovada's market. So they have this as 56.33% to hit. So actually this odds boost is good. 37% win rate. You're getting plus 200. So when you're betting at plus 200, betting 100 to win 200 profit, you only need to win 1 out of 3 of your plays to be profitable. Fuck, man. Kevin Durant. So all the books are ripping odds higher. So I am going to lock in this play on FanDuel, and then I'm also going to hit this bet on Fliff, which just showed up. So it seems like the market is ripping towards Kevin Durant's over. So let's take a look here. I mean, FanDuel, Pinnacle has this at like minus 141. FanDuel's kind of like, they had him at minus 115 early in the day. Sometimes like these line movements are lineup driven. Like if Booker's not playing, obviously Kevin Durant's line is going to go higher. But in this case, maybe it's just all the sharps are betting the over. So books, are moving lines towards the over. Who knows? Maybe someone's out. Maybe Bradley Beal's out. I don't fucking know. But anyways, we got Kevin Durant, KD, over 23.5 points. And then what did we want to look at? Oh, I wanted to lock in this FanDuel boost real quickly. So the FanDuel boost is definitely good. So we got KD over 23.5 on Fliff. Over 23.5 points on Fliff. This is minus 125 odds. Oh boy. This is minus 125 odds, and then we wanted to do the FanDuel boost, which are only going to give me 20 on, but those games start, the Oakland game starts pretty soon. So let's lock this in quickly. All I need to do is get my little code to log in. Okay. Anyways, should we do another PrizePicks slip or what? So, Kevin Durant, Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon. Those are the Fliff plays for tonight. Aaron Gordon over 12.5 RAs. Jokic and Murray are out. And then we got Bruce Brown and KD. But anyways, I got to lock in this FanDuel boost. Please tell me Iowa State's coming back, boys. Come on, man. Anyways. I'm actually, well, they are coming back. But what was I going to say? What did I get them at? How the fuck did UNC come back? That's the real question. Dude, if I'm gonna be very happy if UNC ends up winning this game. But I don't even get it. I bet Iowa State minus 255. The game's they're losing and they're minus 360. It doesn't make any sense. Unless like Washington State is in a ton of foul trouble or somebody got injured. How are they minus 255 pregame and now they're minus 310? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But anyways, I'm about to have a great day. If UNC wins and Iowa State wins, that would be awesome. So anyways, FanDuel boost locked in on Fliff, Aaron Gordon, KD. So we're riding, two very handsome men. But Underdog Fantasy we shouldn't even bother with because they're assholes. Sleeper has a promo, but, nothing really worth talking about there. What I was going to say, though, is what's cool about this ParlayPlay book, and we had a huge win on ParlayPlay. Sometimes they have some incredible value, so we had a huge win like a couple days ago, that Bogdanovich play. Sometimes they really screw things up. But what I was going to say that's cool about ParlayPlay is essentially every day, so you can see League of Legends, every single day they have this promo. And again, promos are, if you want to make money sports betting, that's the lowest hanging fruit there is. So what I usually try to do, you can only do this promo once per day, but it's pretty simple, is you can bump a line in your favor. So for example, this very handsome Asian man, we can take him over 8 or under 9. So his normal line is 8.5, but you can bump it either way you want. So what I try to do is just find, at least a little bit of value. And if we look at him, this is the sportsbook screen. Okay, PrizePicks, Sports Quack, and ParlayPlay have his line at 8.5. So I'm going to bump him up to 9 and take his under. So we'll be getting half a point of value there. 1 full point to Jock Market. But then you look at this sportsbook hot streak. They have his line at 7.5 with the under fucking as a huge favorite, minus 201. Again, you don't have as many data points for esports, but I'd lock in something like this. So let me add in this. I'm a little schemer. I just take advantage of all the easy money promos, kind of call it a day. So this is 20 to win 62.60. When I first started sports betting, I would just drive to New Jersey, go back to Pennsylvania, do the promo for BetMGM in New Jersey, then do it in Pennsylvania, then do it, a lot of these books, it's completely different depending on the state. But anyways, we got Oakland. What was the boost again on FanDuel? Oakland, Oregon, each to cover plus 8.5. And then we have Henna under 9, very good looking esports player. And what was the other play? Oh. Garreau plus Brent, under 5, shots on goal, combo. Oi. So, what was I going to say? March Madness is great. So KD, this play just keeps getting better. I mean, look at this. Odds just keep moving towards KD's over. And again, a lot of people say, who cares? But, information is reflected in markets. If FanDuel moves him from minus 150 to minus 200, that means a 1.5 to 1 betting favorite, 60% to win. Minus 200, 2 to 1 favorite, 2/3 to win, 66.67%. So sportsbooks are telling you win probabilities, how likely they think a bet is to hit through their odds, but we already locked in both these plays, so I guess let's just get rid of them. Fuck Underdog Fantasy, obviously. Sleeper has 2 promos. I showed those earlier in the live stream. But maybe we can do another PrizePicks slip. So we have Caldwell Pope, KCP. It's honestly, I love that name. Caldwell Pope. Beautiful. Yesterday I met someone named Ocean. Kind of sick name. Ocean Monahan. Anyways, let's go ahead. Let's kind of build a prize pick slip. Kelly Olynyk over 14 points. So again, like Jordan Poole's playing. Okay, that's awesome. What does that mean? Well, that means the whole market's going to go into disarray. All these books set their own lines, so they all have to update lines and look at prize picks. They're stale as a bat. They're dumb as a brick. Dude, they're fucking idiots. Every other book has moved this up to 15.5 or 15. So it's like, yo, you guys are fucking up. And I'm going to slam it, and I'm going to pick you off. Every play we bet, ideally, you can point to and be like, yo, this is why my play has value. So Wemby under 3.5 turnovers. This play is looking very attractive. Wemby is incredible. Under 3.5 turnovers. No turnovers. Damn, that does not look good, but that does not look good to the last 5 charts. But again, like every game's different. But we can see if there's anything else we prefer. So Caldwell Pope, Jordan Poole under 3.5 rebounds. He's so interesting looking. In JMU Duke, my mom went to JMU, so I really hope JMU wins that game. But Proctor over 3.5 rebounds. Dude, okay, we got a slip. Bro, don't bump anything. So I'll put the link in the chat. Give me 1 sec. And here's the play. Anyways, let me put the link in the chat. And bro said he's interesting looking. He is interesting looking. He turns it over a shit ton. Okay, well, we skipped it over. We didn't bet on 1B turnovers. So we got KCP over 11.5 points. We got Olynyk over 14 points. We got Grant Foster under 27.5 PRs. And some of these bets, like, it looks random. I mean, I say this all the time, but sometimes there's better value on like a rebound line or a points plus rebounds line as opposed to a PRA line, especially on prize picks. Like sometimes they fuck up the points plus rebounds line, but they don't, they don't mess up the normal line. So we're cooking right now. DJ Burns, if that guy doesn't make it in the league, bro, it's going to be sad. I hope he does. So I'm not actually betting that. I was just testing. I was just fucking around. But anyways, is there anything on FanDuel? So FanDuel usually has good value. Most people, though, like FanDuel only has college basketball player props in like a very limited number of states, which is a little annoying, but there's always some good value on FanDuel. And what I've said before is FanDuel has really good lines, right? So we already bet the FanDuel odds boost again, like if you haven't already played it. But you can see here, they only have 20 cents of juice in their market. So if you're going to bet on only one sports book, like FanDuel's probably the best one, they only have 20 cents of juice in their market here. Every other book, like BetMGM, 35 cents of juice, plus 105 to minus 140. So even if you're just like betting random stuff, and FanDuel usually has pretty good prices. But what was I going to say? Let's do a prize pick slip maybe. So what we can do is we can go here to, well, actually what I really want to see is how many more prize pick slips can I bet? So only one more. So I'm only going to be able to do one more prize pick slip. They limit me to, I think, 5 slips per day, and then they give me some bullshit error alert. So let me just make sure I refunded those. So I did. What were we talking about? Prize picks! So we were talking about prize picks, and let's see what we can find. So how do we like this Proctor play? And again, they have that discount on goal key if you haven't already played it. So Proctor's been hot. Proctor over 3.5 rebounds. So Jordan Poole's playing. I mean, we missed some of the value on Kuzma, but we have, there are some other options. So the best play on the board is probably Suggs. So we're already on Suggs assists in one slip, but if we can play it again, I don't have a problem playing it again. Jonathan Isaac to get a steal. I don't really want to play this. Fuck, the game starts in a sec. He had 2 steals last game, but... So we got Suggs. Let's just build one more prize pick slip. So we got Suggs over. Proctor over. I mean, I'm just trying to waste it. I'm just trying to get my last slip in. So we got Poole under 3.5 rebounds. Proctor over. Poole under. Battle over. Green under. No one ever wants to fade the hot hand. At some point, a player's got to stop going over. Could fade Jalen Green. Yeah, well, I mean, why not? We have no reason not to. Meh. So we're already on Poole, but I feel like I like that rebounds play better. I don't know. I feel like maybe we go with that pick. I mean, I'm a big fan of diversity. Diversity is so important. DEI, we got to get some bets on different players. But anyways, so maybe let's just finish it off. Fuck it. I mean, this game's about to start, but let's just lock it in. I just want to finish this slip because I want to watch college basketball. So let me put the link in the chat for anyone who wants to tail. Again, some of the same picks I'm using, but so if you don't want to play it again or get too overexposed. And here's the play. Can we get some women's tennis or women's college basketball? Maybe. Maybe at some point. I feel like we had a ton of WNBA bets last season. It's not in season right now. Women's college basketball, so you can see PrizePicks, it's bullshit. I've never seen a sports book that only lets you bet a certain amount per day because you've won too much. PrizePicks is full of shit, man. But, what was I going to say? Go UNC, bro. So I'm going to call it a day for now. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sure there's more good bets. Like I say this in every live stream, but like there's good bets on so many sports books. I can only just talk about so many. Like Nurkic over 10.5 points. BetMGM has a ton of value. I'm just limited to like basically betting nothing. BetMGM has a ton of value. Probably the best book. If you're making, the second you make a few $1,000s, they'll probably limit you. And, all these books, I try to focus on the more popular books in these live streams, but you should use as many books as possible. I've used quite literally every fucking sports book in the history of the United States. I don't think there's a single one, legal that, that I haven't used. But anyways, I'm going to call it a day. Enjoy the games. Thanks so much.